Are you struggling to make YouTube profitable for your business? Or maybe you know you should be creating content on the platform, but it just feels too difficult to start? Most business owners think that success on YouTube requires flashy editing and viral content, but it is that thinking that is making it so hard. You see, there are a small group of people, myself included, who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from the platform with simple, basic, boring videos that only get a couple hundred of views. The reason we're able to do this is because inside those boring videos are three things that most people can't see, but your ideal prospects will always respond to. Before I dive into what those three things are, I always like to start with a little bit of proof. This is from our attribution tracking software, Hyros. And as you can see here, this says origin source, which means that this is where the lead first touched our brand. And then this is the income. So you can see this is the amount that we made from that lead. And I just sorted this by YouTube only, just so I could show you some examples of this. As you can see, there's a $40,000 deal, a $20,000 deal, $20,000 deal, 15, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 7.5. I think you get the idea. Now let's start with a simple question. Which would you rather get on your video? 50,000 views or 500 views? Most people, I would imagine, would say 50,000 views. And that's why most people are playing the YouTube game incorrectly. You see, behind these 50,000 views is 98% of them being totally unqualified. So these little black dots represent unqualified people, meaning not your ideal avatar. And these little gold dots represent your ideal avatar. Just by the very law of averages, your ideal avatar is probably in the top percentage of your market. Unless you're selling something totally mass market B2C like t-shirts or clothing, you probably have a small segment inside your market that are really qualified. For example, for us, we only work with business owners who are making over $50,000 a month or more. That already disqualifies over 99% of people on the platform and over 95% of business owners. So this is why myself and my clients are okay with 500 views, because we're creating specific niche content, typically long form, so we can showcase our expertise, that has a very much higher percentage of people being our ideal avatar. Let me drive this point home with an example from a content creator I'm sure many of you know, Alex Ramosi. Now, I'm going to caveat this whole thing with I have an unbelievable amount of respect for the guy, and he definitely knows what he's doing, but I kind of want to show you and let you decide what type of people are being attracted to these videos. So this first one is this top video here. I'm broke. What business do I start? So in that very title, you are attracting broke people because it's a quotation mark saying that the person that's watching that video is saying that I am broke. So what do I do to start? So who's going to be the people that watch that video? Broke people. And so is it a shocker that that video got 1.5 million views, a 7 times outlier on his channel? Absolutely not, because the majority of the world is broke. Now, instead, take this video down here. How I recruit the best employees in the world. Now, he's generated hundreds of millions of dollars online and built an incredible company with great people with Layla Hermosi. And so this is something that he's definitely an expert at. However, it only has 38,000 views, 0.2 times what his average video gets. Now, I can't know for sure, but if I had to put money on it, I would say that his ideal avatar, business owners making over $5 million a year for his portfolio company, more of them are probably coming from how I recruit the best employees in the world than I'm broke, what business do I start? And as a fun fact, I used to watch Alex Ramosi's content almost religiously a couple years ago when it was just him in a closet spitting some of the most valuable business game I've ever heard. However, over time, he transitioned to a little bit more broader appeal where he was talking about fitness and relationships and I'm broke, and I slowly stopped watching his video. I actually can't remember the last time I watched one of his videos. Once again, I think that this is part of one of his larger overall plays in order to get a huge brand. But for most of you who are just starting out on the platform, it's important to start the way that he did, with very niche content. Okay, so how exactly do you do this? Well, I want to introduce you to a concept I call the content prism. And this is how we create content not only for my channel, but for the hundreds of videos that we publish every month for our clients. On the left-hand side here, you have the inputs, and on the right-hand side here, you have the output of the prism. And the only real real thing that we care about on the inputs is qualified sales calls, meaning we take transcripts from our best sales calls. It doesn't matter whether we close them or not. The people that we say, man, if we could just speak to more people like this, even if we sucked at sales, we would eventually make a lot of money. And we feed that into our content and marketing system to figure out exactly what words are those people using, what pain points do they have, what desires do they have, what have they tried previously. And we use all of that information to then create our marketing assets, stuff like our video sales letters, our YouTube videos, our Instagram reels, and even the wording in our ads. For example, my company recently shifted to a 100% totally done for you YouTube agency. And when we did that, we first started speaking to some of the same people that we spoke to when we were a little bit more of a consulting company. The problem was that most of those people who went to consulting were just starting out, or they're around the $10,000 to $20,000 a month range. And that's not bad. But when we identified after 3 months of sales calls, who were the people that were showing up, closing, paying in full, and renewing month after month, it was abundantly clear all of those people were making over $50,000 a month. And so I made the tough decision in our application funnel to disqualify anybody making less than $50,000 a month. Now, this means that my ad cost per call increased by 3x. It's not uncommon for us to spend $600 to $650 cost per call. However, our overall booked call to close rate is so much higher because we aren't stuffing the calendar with calls that we know won't close. And once I identified what those people that are making $50,000 a month were saying in their sales calls, then I went back to our video sales letter, I went back to our YouTube videos, I went back to our ads, and I redid all of it to attract more of that type of people. I want to wrap up this first section with one important note. Views do matter. I'm not saying that views don't matter, okay? It's abundantly clear that for me, when my videos get more views, we make more money. But the difference is that I am doing stuff backwards to forwards, meaning that I am identifying which topics get us the most sales, and then I am trying to package it up to be YouTube friendly and attract as many qualified eyeballs and views as possible. Now compare that to what most people are doing, which is forward to backwards. They say, let me create a video that gets an insane amount of views, and then hopefully some of those people that watch that video will be my ideal avatar. Okay, the second thing that makes boring business videos work is actually a little bit more of a mindset shift. Now, I'm not going to get all woo-woo on you here, but it's important that you understand this. A couple of years ago, Google came out with a study that showed that on average, it takes about 7 hours of content to turn a stranger into a buyer. This became known as the 7-hour rule. And what most people do is they run paid ads, or they send cold emails, they try to get people on a call, and they try to close the deal right then and there. The issue with that is the most exposure that person's had with you is maybe, if you're lucky, 1 hour. And that's why you typically have unqualified people, high no-show rates, low close rates, high refund and chargeback rates, et cetera, et cetera. So what you should aim to do instead is to try to get those same prospects to consume as much content as humanly possible, bringing them closer to that 7 hours required to turn them into a buyer. Now, I know what you're thinking, Ravi, okay, obviously, if I get those people to watch YouTube videos, I'm going to have them get closer to the 7 hours. And you're not wrong. That's not what I'm talking about here, although that is correct. I'm talking about understanding the mindset shift from somebody who's creating YouTube videos to get a direct return on investment immediately, and somebody who's creating an assets bank of long form content that the prospects that they're generating from YouTube or other platforms can consume before they get on the sales call. In essence, these people that are making the most money from YouTube are seeing YouTube as a long-term brand play where they can create massive amounts of content that will stay on that platform for years and will automatically attract new people and nurture old ones without the person having to lift a finger ever again. For example, here's an ad that we ran last month, spent almost $30,000 on it. Actually, a lot of you may have seen it. It's me on my little dinghy boat outside of my lake house talking about, I know why your marketing isn't working. It's because we're in a trust recession. A lot about what I'm talking in this video here. And if my competitors try to take this same video video and copy and paste it and make it their own, I know that they wouldn't see the same results that we do. Because what I have that these people don't have is I have an asset bank, a library of over 615 published YouTube videos where I send people to either before or after they book a call to speak with our team. And a lot of those people we know for a fact from the sales call will actually consume those YouTube videos. And so here's an example of one of the videos that we send them to. Now, it's important that you know that this is in an incognito window, meaning that Google, this browser, has no idea who is watching this video. So it's not showing me these things because they know it's Ravi Abuvala. And as you can see, even though we're watching one of my videos right here, on the right-hand side, there are 1, 2, 3 additional videos of mine that YouTube is suggesting. So if I can take somebody that comes from a paid ad and get them over to my YouTube channel at some point, either before or after they book the sales call, I can then let YouTube do the heavy lifting to retarget them organically with additional videos, which means that by the time they get on the call, they might have consumed 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of content, which of course is going to make them way more likely to actually close when they get on the call. The final thing that makes boring business videos work are systems. My company is called Scaling with Systems. You weren't going to get out of this video without me talking a little bit about systems. You see, in my experience, most people either stop creating content or never start because of the thought of the amount of time investment that people have to make in order to create the content. But what if you could shrink that time investment down to 1 to 2 hours a month, or 1 to 2 hours a week if you wanted to be aggressive? Well, you can do that because that's what I do and that's what we help our clients do as well, but you need to have the right systems in place. So let me walk through some of those systems. The first is going to be a calendar system. This is so simple, but it's so funny to me. When we first started working with our clients, we started analyzing who are the clients that were seeing results almost immediately. And just so you know, our average client, meaning 50% do better, 50% do worse, 60 days after coming to us, see a 315% increase in the views on their channel. And what's one of the things that we noticed the best clients were doing? They were actually putting a time block in their calendar, either once a month or once a week, in order to film content. See, many of you are probably just like me and my clients, where we live and die by our calendar. And so what most people were doing previously is they were just waiting for this magical free time that they were going to have to sit down, research the video, get the scripting together, shoot it, edit it, upload it, and publish it, right? And you and I both know that we don't really have that much free time. And if there is any free time, it almost always gets filled with another fire in the business. So instead, if you block it out in your calendar, like a meeting, and you make sure you're distraction free, nobody else can reach you, you almost always are going to get that video done. The second system you need is some kind of filming system. Now, I have had it all. I have had an entire floor of my house that was dedicated to a YouTube studio. I have had content teams where I've had multiple videographers filming me at different locations. And I have also had what I have today, which is a boring, basic filming setup. Any of them can work, but for me, I value simplicity, and I want the ability just to sit down randomly in the morning and do this without having to call anybody or ask anybody's permission. So let me just walk through really quickly what I have that you're actually seeing in this video here. So this is an exact screenshot from what my camera setup looks like that's filming this video. I only have pretty much 3 things that you may or may not have right now. Number 1, I have what's known as an Elgato key light. This is very simple. It's actually purposely pointed at the wall here because it acts as kind of a soft box where it bounces off the wall and hits my face without being too harsh on my face. That is, I think, about $30 from Amazon. The second thing I have is going to be this Sony A7S camera. I like Sony because it seems to be the simplest to use. And the third is going to be this Shure mic. This is connected directly to my computer. Like I said, I used to have those Shure mics that you had to have what was known as a converter box, and that went over to another box, and that went to your computer. But Shure came out with a direct-to-computer USB-C connection, and I bought that as well. And then some additional accessories to make things easier is this thing right here is what's known as a camera card. So this is how I film directly from my camera over onto my computer. I'm streaming it live right now. This is what's known as a camera arm. So this allows me to neatly tuck everything in the back without me having to have tripods and everything else set up. And the final additional accessory is that thing hanging out on my camera right there is an auxiliary battery where I don't have to continuously switch out my battery every time it dies, but instead it's plugged in directly to my outlet below my computer, which means All I have to do is literally turn my light on, turn my camera on, and I can start filming in about 5 seconds. It's incredibly important that you get those first two steps done, the content filming block and your simple filming setup, before moving forward. Because everything else we're going to talk about here involves a little bit of delegation, but there's one part that you can't delegate, and that's you and your expertise, right? It would kind of remove the whole purpose of building a brand and building trust with your prospects if it was an AI version of you or somebody else in all of the content. Now, the next part that you need in order to consistently produce content is you need somebody to feed you content ideas, preferably content ideas that are going to go viral, that attracts your ideal avatar, and some scripting to go along with it. Now, this is an example of what we do for our clients. We review their qualified sales calls, their websites, their marketing materials. We'll get on calls with them to make sure we're attracting the right people. And then we produce or suggest content ideas, including scripting for them. So whether you were to work with us or find somebody else, the point is the last thing you want to do is sit down for your weekly 1 or 2 hour content block, and then you have to spend an hour to 2 hours just researching what video you're going to do. And you also don't just want to turn on the camera and start talking, because you can actually waste a lot of time doing that. You can be creating content that either isn't attracting your ideal avatar or would be attracting your ideal avatar, but you're not packaging it up correctly in order to get enough views to make enough money to make it meaningful time for you. So once you have somebody feeding you the topics and the scripts, and you sit down and film that once a week or once a month, you need somebody to take it off from there. Meaning that if you're making 50, 60, 70, 100, $200,000 a month, and you are trying to play in Canva for your thumbnails, or you are trying to edit your videos, you are wasting a lot of time and energy. So instead, you should build a system to help move these YouTube videos from once you finish filming them all the way to publish. And that's exactly what this is here, right? This is actually our internal system for our clients, but you can see client review, ready to publish, published. So we're able to have our entire team of people, our graphic designers, our motion artists, our video editors, our social media managers, our copywriters, take a video that I just upload, or our clients' videos that they just upload, and move it all the way to the end product that you see before you today. Now, I know a lot of you might not have the ability or the budget to hire an entire team of people, but even if you just hired a content writer and you hired some kind of editor and social media manager, you would be able to lift off 80% of the work involved in filming the YouTube video outside of the actual filming itself. As a shameless plug, if you are a bigger business and you just want us to do this entire process for you, and you want to start with a 7-day trial so you can make sure it works before you commit to anything, go below this video and apply to work with our team.